There are exclusive places, and then there are gentlemen's clubs. Not the kind with neon signs and velvet ropes. We're talking about the real deal. Historic, male-only sanctuaries where power, tradition, and discretion have ruled for centuries. These clubs aren't chasing trends. They don't advertise, they don't need to. Because behind their doors, deals have been made, history has been shaped, and generations of gentlemen have passed through, not for fame, but for something far more lasting: legacy. Today we're taking a look at the 5 most prestigious male-only gentlemen's clubs in the world, each with its own story, its own rules, and its own quiet influence on the world stage. If you're ready to dive into this exclusive world, then let's begin. First on the list is the oldest and the most elite gentlemen's club in the world, and that's White's, located in London on St. James's Street. Established in 1693, originally as a hot chocolate house, of all things, it quietly evolved into the most exclusive address in Britain for the aristocracy, statesmen, and royalty alike. In the early 18th century, White's was notorious for gambling, and the famous betting book still sits at the bar filled with decades of eccentric wagers, from raindrop races to political predictions. Inside the club, there's no flash, no noise, just deep leather chairs, centuries-old portraits, and conversations that will never leave the room. It's men only, always has been, no press, no photos, and certainly no outsiders. Membership here is less about application and more about bloodline. Some of the most influential members are King Charles, Prince William, and formerly David Cameron, as well as generations of dukes and lords whose names you've read in history books. What makes White's so influential isn't its size or glamour, it's the quiet weight it carries. Decisions made here don't make headlines. They often shape them. It's tradition in the purest form, and in this world, that's the ultimate power. Second on the list is the Turf Club, located on Clarence House Terrace in London. The Turf Club is elegance without a spectacle, a sanctuary for those who understand that true class whispers rather than shouts. Founded in 1861, its roots lie in the world of horse racing, but its reach has always extended far beyond the track. Think of it as a country house in the middle of London, refined, discreet, and immaculately tailored. The interiors are restrained, the conversation is measured, and the atmosphere is one of effortless calm. Members include titled aristocrats, military officers, and men for whom tradition isn't just a hobby, it's a way of life. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a British statesman of note who hasn't spent some amount of time within its walls. The turf isn't about flash or influence in the loud sense, its power lies in continuity. The quiet trust that this is a place where heritage is upheld, not performed. It's a club for gentlemen that don't need to be seen or known, and in that silence, it speaks volumes. If White's is the soul of British tradition, then the Knickerbocker Club in New York is its American counterpart. Quietly powerful, unapologetically private, and utterly immune to trends. Founded in 1871, the Knick was born out of exclusivity. A group of old money New Yorkers felt that the Union Club was getting a little too accessible. So they created their own haven, one defined not by extravagance, but by lineage, discretion, and restraint. Tucked away on Manhattan's Upper East Side, there's no sign on the door, no website, and no buzz. And that's exactly the point. The membership reads like a who's who of American legacy. Morgans, Roosevelts, Rockefellers. Men whose names have been carved into the architecture of the country. Inside, the atmosphere is quiet, almost timeless. Dark wood, hushed voices, and a pace of life that ignores the city's chaos. Here, status isn't flaunted, it's inherited. And influence is exercised with a nod, not a headline. The Knickerbocker isn't about access, it's about belonging. And in a city that never sleeps, this is where power still takes its time. Next on our list, we have Brooks, also located on St. James's Street in London. Founded in 1764 by a group of young aristocrats and political firebrands, Brooks was never meant to follow tradition. It was meant to challenge it. While other clubs leaned conservative, Brooks became the thinking man's retreat, liberal, philosophical, and just a little bit dangerous. This was the club of Charles James Fox, a political rebel who preferred a good debate and an even better wager. The original members were Whigs, champions of reform and liberty, and their influence extended from the club's drawing rooms straight into the heart of Parliament. The walls of Brooks have witnessed arguments that have shaped empires and card games that have ruined fortunes. It's quieter now, but no less significant. The membership is still a who's who of British intellect and pedigree. Prime ministers, peers, and thinkers with sharp minds and sharper suits. What makes Brooks stand apart isn't just its legacy, it's its spirit. This is a place where ideas matter just as much as titles, and conversation was the true currency. It's tradition, yes, but with a hint of rebellion still woven into the fabric of every armchair. And our final club is Bucks, located on Clifford Street in London. Compared to the others on this list, Bucks is practically modern, founded in 1919. But what it lacks in age, it makes up for it in character. This is the club that gave the world Buck's Fizz, a precursor to the mimosa, and is the inspiration behind P.G. Woodhouse's Drones Club, where fictional gentlemen sipped cocktails and avoided responsibility with flair. But don't let the lighthearted image fool you. Buck's is serious about tradition. It's still staunchly male-only, fiercely private, and quietly proud of its military heritage. Many of its original members were officers returning from the First World War, seeking both camaraderie and continuity in a rapidly changing world. There's a certain charm to Buck's, less rigid than White's, less political than Brooks, but no less prestigious. Think of it as a club where sharp tailoring meets even sharper wit. The atmosphere is elegant but relaxed. The hospitality is impeccable, and the standards are unwavering. In short, Buck's is where the modern gentleman finds a classic home. It's a little more playful, perhaps, but no less rooted in respect, ritual, and refinement. These 5 clubs aren't just institutions. They're cornerstones of culture, power, and tradition. In a world moving at a breakneck speed, they remain beautifully unbothered. Just heritage, discretion, and the enduring art of being a gentleman. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up as it helps out the channel, and subscribe if you like gentlemen's content. And let me know in the comments below what interested you most about these gentlemen's clubs. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.